There are numerous things I want in life. One of them is a Ben 10 live action TV show. It doesn't even have to be now, I just want it in the near future. Of course, if Cartoon Network is going to make a live action TV show of Ben 10, there are a couple of things they're going to have to correct from the movies they made 5 years ago. So today, I'm going to make a review of Ben 10 Alien Swarm. Let me start by saying, this movie is not bad. It really isn't, but I don't like it. I can see that Cartoon Network worked really hard to make this movie even though it was 1 hour, but I don't think the result was that great. Let me start by talking about the good aspects of this movie. The storyline is great, even though it's a little short and there are gonna be a few moments that you're gonna be like, I've seen this before. In this movie, Ben sends and tries to help an old friend find her father, but at the same time he has to battle this weird guy who controls chips, similar to how the villain from Big Hero 6 controls the Microbots. And then with time, we find out Elena's dad, Elena is the girl whom Ben 10 is trying to help find her father, was studying those chips. And then at the end, we find out that the villain is actually Elena's dad. I would say spoiler alert, but I think everyone already knew that her dad was the one who was controlling those chips. But there's more than that. No one really trusted Elena, especially Grandpa Max, because her father is considered a traitor at the Plumbers. The only one who really trusted Elena was Ben, and that kind of created a conflict between him and Grandpa Max and the rest. And with time, you figure out even more exciting things. So as you can all see, this movie really doesn't have a bad storyline. I mean, it may be stuff that we've seen before, but it can still be exciting and it's worth watching, especially since all of this was done in an hour. The special effects of this movie is also good. The aliens were well designed, Gwen's powers look pretty neat, but that's kind of where it all ends. I know I said the special effects of this movie are great, which are, but I'm not sure they use it well. Could have done so much more, starting with Humongousaur. Humongousaur is a big, giant, badass alien, and an alien like that, you would expect him to fight against giant monsters or destroy stuff, but instead you just saw him contain those chips trying to attack him, and that's pretty much it. I mean, sure, the last moment where he grabbed Kevin's car and then smacked those things, that was cool, but that's just it. That was the only cool thing about Humongousaur. Speaking about the aliens, we only saw 3 aliens, and one of them is an unknown and uncool alien. Okay, I know this movie only has an hour and they obviously couldn't make Ben transform into all of the 10 aliens, but still, you at least expect some fight, and where the hell was Swampfire? Also, Kevin 11 was another wasted character. In the cartoons, we can see him observe whatever he wants and transform his whole body with it. In this movie, we only saw that happen twice and it was only 5 seconds combined. And speaking about characters, let me talk about the characters of this movie. All of them were fake. Except Kevin 11, none of them actually resembles what the characters really are in the cartoons. For some reason, they made all of them look cool. Like really cool teenagers, which they aren't. It's as if all of the characters here were Jeff Wingers, but even worse. Even characters we just met, Elena, was also cool. The only one who wasn't cool was Grandpa Max because I guess he's old. And what's more annoying is why they did it. They only did it to emphasize what the movie is, which by the way is completely cool. I would probably be okay if the cartoons were like that, but they aren't. Ben 10 Alien Force has that normal epic superhero style. This movie doesn't have that. It's just cool. And what confuses me is why they did that. Why did they think that changing the epic superhero style into just cool would actually make us feel better? Did they think, oh, they're kids and kids like everything cool, they're gonna like it? Because not only is that ageist, it's not true. We watch Ben 10 because we like that epic superhero style. Or maybe they thought that newcomers that are teenagers and adults would enjoy this, and if that's the reason, all I can say is no one would even bother watching Ben 10 Alien Swarm in the first place unless they are a Ben 10 fan. The only character they got it right was Kevin, because Kevin is cool. And it's funny, you know, because what happened in this movie is probably what's going to happen in Dawn of Justice next year. But instead of cool, it's Groody. And instead of Kevin, it's Batman. So regarding problems this movie has, well, Grandpa Max wasn't being himself, he was being for some reason unreasonable. And the villain of this movie kinda looks like Spider-Man 2's Dr. Octopus. Now, this movie isn't bad. You know, as a movie perspective, we can safely say it was well made. But as a movie based on Ben 10, We can safely say it's bad, but at least they tried. I mean, it's not exactly easy transforming a cartoon into a movie. And I've seen worse movies based on a kid's show. Like, way worse. So to wrap it up, Cartoon Network, if you're going to make a live action TV show, you're gonna have to fix these little mistakes you guys made in Ben 10 Alien Sword. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye for now.